every day we're getting a little bit closer to the day when we turn it over and see if she'll start. So one of the problems I had, let me see if I can straighten you out a little bit. One of the problems I had was this. I think I showed you in the previous video. It's the plug's all melted, it's all gone, it's in a dreadful state. In the rectifier side, right down in the bottom there was a ton of corrosion that was at least bridging across 2, maybe 3 of the spade connectors in that connector, which has obviously caused this problem. Now, after a lot of searching online, I got this. It is Chinese. It's from a company called Granado, but it is a very good replacement for the rectifier loom side. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get this bit of the loom out, splice it all back, solder these in, bit of shrink wrap, be back as good as new. Right, so as you can see, this is a completely melted mess, and what I'm going to do one at a time is the front 2 are easy, the red and the black, but the yellows I want to make sure they go back in the same place, so I'll do them one at a time. So I'm going to splice this back all the way back to there, get some decent wiring, put a bit of shrink wrap on there to do that bit, and splice and solder them in. Right, so as you can see, it's all been wired in, clicked in into the old connector, so we're all looking good there now. So another job done. Well, this is going to be very much a first. Let's turn the ignition on. You can hear things priming. Press the button. She turns over. Battery needs a bit of looking at, obviously. I'll stick it on charge. Stick some fluids in it, make sure we've got no leaks anywhere. See where we go from there. I am so excited. We've got antifreeze in the bike. We've got fuel in the bike. She turns over. She coughed. She nearly started. And the battery's gone. I can't tell you how frustrated I am. So, rectifier and plug all done. Oh yeah, I was so excited. I thought she was going to cough in and dart into life, but she didn't. So now, I've got the old battery on charge on the old Optimate. I mean, last time it didn't take much to top her right up, so I'll give her 10 or 15 minutes and I'll give it another go. People, I'm so excited. I want to hear her burst back into life. Okay, it is freezing cold. Freezing. I've topped up the antifreeze in the coolant. We have fuel. Topped up the oil. I've turned it over a few times to circulate the oil, and now it's time to see if she'll start. Let's see. Well, that's amazing. Okay, that is truly amazing. First twig of the key. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously there's a lot of smoke from the headers and the engine block and stuff like that. I'll just let it sit for a bit, check the levels, check the oil level, check the water level, give her another blast. Oil pressure light went out, so we've got good oil pressure. All is looking good. Right, been busy. I've put the old forks back in. Haven't done anything with them. Just normal set. Just so I can get the calipers done. The front wheel in. Waiting for the new bits of the front forks, the tubes, and the bottom end, which will be like that. So when you buy this, you buy the tube, and this is already attached to the tube. This is the inner tube. They're upside down forks, so they go that way. So I've just put the old forks back in just to complete the build. When I get obviously the new ones, I'll fully refurbish the forks, put them back in. But today to carry on, I'm going to do these. Got the seal kits in. These are the front calipers. They're all cleaned, washed and prepared. So we'll get on with that. Right, so here we have a nice bag of new seals. 2 seals, there's a thicker one at the bottom. Some rubber grease. New pins and R-clips. New bleeds. New covers, new everything. So I won't bore you with showing you how it goes. We'll just put it on a time lapse and you can watch that. And here we have one all done. It's got new bleeds, it's got new spring R-clip and pin, and inside it's got all new seals, all lovely, ready to go. Just one more to do. Okay, so I'm going to go through the last one. This is the last side. I'll go through that with you. So we've got as you can see, we have a small pot, 2 big pots. So the very first rubber that I'm going to put in is in a big pot. Fits nicely in a little slot, and we just have to feed it round, and it pops in quite nicely in there. So we do the second big pot. Just feed it in. One thing to make sure that everything is pristine clean. And again, number 2, that's in there, lovely. Now the small one. Just feed it in. Gently feed it in. There we go. Up you come. And that's the 3 bottom ones in. Now the top ones are much easier to get in. They fit in another little groove here at the top. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. So we've got the double sets in there. Now you've got to be careful because they can twist. You can get them with a twist. So next thing is liberal amounts of rubber grease around the faces of the bearing, the faces of the seals. and then we just gently massage them in, the pistons in. You can just feel them when they go past the ridge. There we go. And the last one. In. Pistons in. So we put a little bit of rubber grease over the joins where the seals go that join the two together, and I've got that upside down now, never mind, let's give it a go. Do that, can hold them together whilst we just put the housing bolts in and just start off, do them finger tight, because we want to make sure that the seal between the two is actually seated correctly. So we'll just do these just to hold everything in place. There we go, and then we can see there's a tiny little gap, and we want that to close up nicely, and when we tighten it up. And these are tightened to 21 Newton meters, which I'll do once we're done. And I like to go from outside, inside, inside, and then we have it. It's all back together. I've got to take out the old bleed nipple, put in a new pin, final cleanup, and we're all done. Right, so where are we at? So there's the clutch hose pipe, that's all connected down there. I've got some brake lines in, wheels in, just temporarily. I've got the calipers on, so of course I'm wheeling the wheels in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop it down off the other stand, change the orientation of the strap so it lifts the front of the bike, drops the back. So that's what's next. Okay, it's getting a bit late now, so I've just adjusted the stance on the old ABBA stand so that the front is up in the air a little bit. Got a leak in there somewhere which I've got to find, which is a pain because it means it's got to strip a lot of stuff down. Front calipers all done, lines are in, just got to bleed them, obviously get new brake shoes, and I'm just starting on the rear. So I've managed to get one piston out at the rear, need a bit of a clean up. Got to get that bugger out. So that's it until I can get that out.